Hello, it's Josh Kevin here, and welcome back to my Let's Play on Minecraft Story Mode. And today we're doing another game review. Yep, it's going to be a game review today on Minecraft Story Mode. Yep, we're finally doing the review. I know that I did say from last week that I'm going to be leaving Minecraft Story Mode for a bit of a break. But yeah, this will be the final. Oh no, it won't be. We're doing one more video next Sunday. There's going to be a little advert. Of showing all the chapters off, and then that will be the end of Minecraft Story Mode, and then we're going to leave it for a bit, for a couple of weeks, and then when we come back to it again, we'll be starting our next season with a different Jesse. So that's what we're going to be doing. So it'll be after the video next week, and then we're going to be leaving it for a break. So yeah, so that'll be enough. But so yeah, so we're doing the review for today. So yep, so this is going to be the review, and it's going to be about, is it good or not? So is Minecraft Story Mode good or not? Well, of course it's good, isn't it? So we're going to be talking about today about all the chapters that I've done. Also we're going to be talking about the full game of it itself. So shall we start off with what is Minecraft Story Mode? What's it about? So basically, what it's about a guy called Jesse, and basically the aim of the game is you have to try and go on adventures. So there's 5 altogether. So if I just go into episodes, yeah, we're going to show you them all now. So just let it load up. There we go. So you can see that basically we start from episode 1. So yeah, here we go. So basically, the aim of this game is you have to go on journeys. You have to go on huge kind of journeys, and basically it's really good going on lots of journeys. When I started the game last year. It was actually really good when I started it. It was actually a really good start to the journey. Basically, I was a little bit fiddly with the controllers because I was that type of guy where I don't know what the controllers are. And then basically, I got right into it, and then I started to get used to in the game a little bit when I got to like episode 2 and then episode 3 or something like that. And then, apart from that, though, I basically just got really into the game after that. So the way how it works is you have to do 8 episodes altogether. So there's 8 episodes in the journey. So the first one is Order of the Stone. So this is when basically this is when we proper start. So this is like the proper start of the game. And I really enjoyed the start of it so far. It wasn't too bad. My pig was there. Do you know Ruben? Ruben was there. Also Olivia was there as well. So there was kind of a few of us because I think Olivia was our first friend that we met, and then we started to meet a few more friends on the run. So yeah, so it was Olivia that we met first, and then gradually going on in that episode we met Lucas and Petro. I think we also met Axel in that first part as well. I think what Axel did is he jumped out on me. Basically, I think he jumped out and he actually scared me to death, and I thought, who the bloody hell is this guy? And then that's when we met Axel as well. So that was like 2 friends. And then I think in the second episode of my basically of my Let's Play, yeah. So what happened after that one is we met Lucas and Petro after that, and it was actually not too bad. Basically, Lucas was the problem because he was on that Aiden side and all that. That Aiden guy, well, I still don't really like him, but yeah, so he joined Aiden basically, and the plan is we had to build something. We had to build our first design, so we built an Enderman, and our Enderman turned out really well from theirs. So they didn't even build anything. So we built like a proper Enderman. Yeah, we built like a proper one. And then basically after that, I think Aiden told us that we lost or something like that. And we didn't even lose because we won. I think we technically won the build. The build battle. I think it was called. I can't remember what it was called, but yeah, I think it was called some build battle. I can't remember. And basically, yeah, what we had to do in it is we had to try and build it all out. And then technically after that we moved on. Apparently what was going on as well in that episode is I think Ruben actually set off the furnace actually, because I think there was lava in the furnace, because if all of you didn't know, by the way, you can actually put lava in furnace. I know that I haven't done it in Minecraft yet, but apparently I think I will do it at some point. You can actually put lava in furnace if you don't know. I think you can actually power it out. I can't remember how it works, but yeah, I'll do a video at some point on it. So yeah, so basically I think there was lava in the furnace, I think. And what was going on is I think Ruben hit it, and all the lava came out, and Ruben went away with them dragon wings on. With them wings on, and apparently what was going on at the moment is I think I had two choices between running for Ruben, or what was the other one? Was it killing Aiden or something? I can't remember what it were. I think it was like getting involved in Aiden. I can't exactly remember what it were. And I chose the Ruben one. And the reason why I chose that one is because that Ruben's my pig inside. He's the pet pig. So basically I chose him. And then what was going on is we went in the jungle, I believe, the forest, I believe. And then what was going on is we had to try and find him, and it was actually quite hard because Ruben's that sort of pig where he's really good at hiding. Apparently, he's really good at hide and seeking. Apparently, I heard by. And then what happened after that is we found him, and then after that there was a lot of googlies after us. There was a lot of googlies, and then this is when I started to get in my first proper fight. And my fight strategy, yes, it was pretty poor. I didn't even know what the controls were for fighting, and yes, I was pretty much still on the. I was actually still pretty much on the poor side when I was fighting. Yes, I was quite bad at my fighting back then. Apart from that, though, yes, I pretty much got used to it after that. I got pretty much used to my fighting, and then after that, I think I got hurt a little bit from a few googlies. And then after that, when I took them out, I just said to myself that, yeah, I've done my first fight, or something like that. So I pretty much like completed my technically my first fight. Yeah, that's when when I got my first fight underway. And then what happened after that is I can't remember what happened after that. I think we went back to Olivia after that. I can't remember. I can't remember what we did after that, but I think we went back to Olivia. I think, and then I think what was going on is I think we had to like stay somewhere. I think I can't exactly remember. I can't remember what happened because I realised from the start of my second episode in episode 1, I realised that I started from this little like pen area, and there was actually a few people about. Yeah, technically Axel and Olivia were like right over there. And basically we had to go right over there to them. So that was like before the building, before the building happened. And then in episode 3, I think we went to a town in episode 3. We actually went to the main town. And apparently what was going on is I think I had to make a slime block, I believe. And what I'm going to do, by the way, is I'm just going to get my phone and I'm just going to go through all the episodes from it because I know that I don't really remember at all. My phone's all the way over there. Right, just give me a second, you guys. I'm just going to go and get that. Okay, so so I'm gonna go and show you like all the episodes from it. Okay, let me go and show you right now. It's gonna be hard to find the playlist, and then I'm gonna go through like all the episodes from it. Okay, right, just give me a minute. Where are you? Minecraft story mode. There you go. Okay. Yeah, the loading's quite bad. I don't know why it's taking a while to get the pictures up. Yeah, because another thing I noticed as well is I wasn't using proper thumbnails when I started the first few episodes. I was actually using the picture. I think it's when we got up to episode number 3. So yeah, so episode 3 was called the first episode was called I'm Playing as Jesse. The next episode was called An Enderman. And the next episode was 23 minutes, called Making a Slime Block. So basically in this episode, I was making a slime block. It was actually not that hard, to be honest with you. It was actually not that difficult making a slime block, to be honest. Yeah, it wasn't even that hard. To be honest, I might as well back out there. I think the way how I'm going to do the review is I'm going to do it. Yeah, I'm going to do it like this. I think. Yeah, I'm going to do it like that. If I just go all the way back to episode 1, yeah, I think I'm going to do it like this until we get all the way to the end of the episode. It's not going to take me too long. There we go. Yeah, we're going to do the review from there. So when we get to the next one, I'm gonna slide it forward. So yeah, here we go. So the next one was called Making a Slime Block. So in this episode, I had to make myself a slime block, and we had to use it to get the chickens out of pens, I believe. I can't remember if it was that, I can't remember, but I think it was something to do with that. I don't know. But yeah, I think we had to get like the chickens to escape apparently. And what we had to do, by the way, is I think after that. I believe we had to find where the big boss was, so we had to try and like escape the other chickens. Yeah, basically what we did after that is we had to try and like escape the chickens from that or something like that. I can't remember. But yeah, technically we had to do that. And then basically what happened is we made the chickens escape, and then yeah, it was actually freedom. So that's what we did there. Anyway, the next one was called That's a Big Boss. So basically, I think it was this episode, I believe. This was the episode where Ivel created the big boss, by the way. So basically, this one we're actually in this little like hall sort of way. And basically in that one, this is when Ivel created this big boss, like this big Witherstorm. And then, yeah, basically what happened after that is Ivel set it off. It was going it was going absolutely clumsy. What I mean by that is the Witherstorm. So basically, it went absolutely really clumsy. And then what was going on after that is it was creating like all big chunks of the inside. And it pretty much destroyed the whole of that building. It pretty much destroyed it all. And then what was going on after that is Ivel was saying, wait, what was he saying? Was he saying like, get him, or something like that? I can't remember what he was saying. And then basically what we had to do is we had to stop him, and then basically we couldn't because back in that day he was evil. So yeah, so we had to try and stop his boss. And another thing, what was going on as well is Gabriel was there as well, because I know that we haven't seen Gabriel since that episode as well. So yeah, Gabriel was there as well. And basically what was going on is Gabriel was trying to fight it as well, because I think he had like an overpowered sword or something. And then what was going on is we had to try and, well technically we had to try and defeat him. We had to try and defeat him, and it was actually quite hard, because what was going on at the moment is Gabriel was dying from it, because Gabriel had that like really bad cough. And what was going on at the moment is the Witherstorm was actually following where Gabriel was going, because Gabriel was getting like really like sick out of his cough or something. So yeah, so that was that's what was going on at the moment. And I think Ivel said like, get Gabriel or something. I can't remember. And then yeah, I think what happened after that is Ivel ran away. I think he went somewhere, and we had to try and escape it. We had to try and escape like all the routes or something like that. And then we had to run away from it, because it was like destroying absolutely everything around the town, and it was pretty horrendous. I pretty much like said wow in that video. I said completely wow. It was 29 minutes as well, so it did make it quite long. So yeah, that's when the big boss were coming. So we had to try and completely avoid it. So yeah, that was fine. But yeah, so it was a big boss in the end, but. Let's see what happens in the next one. Anyway, and this one was the final one of this episode, and it's called Working Out Levers. So basically what happened after that is we arrived at this place where there was like levers and stuff. And what was going on at the moment is we arrived at this place, and I think there was, who was with us by the way? Was it Jesse, Petro, Lucas, Axel and Olivia, I think it was. I can't remember. I think it was. Yeah, you can cancel on the screen, and including Ruben as well. How can I forget about Ruben, by the way? I always keep forgetting him, don't I? Yes, and Ruben as well. So yeah, basically we arrived at this place, by the way, and we had to work out levers because what was going on is Ivel was up to mystery. He was up to something. So what we had to do is we had to power the beacon with that. Oh, what's that thing called again? I can't remember what that thing's called, but I can't exactly remember it. But yeah, we had to use that, by the way, to like power out of where Ivel was going. So we had to power out where he was going, and apparently what was going on after that is we had to, I think we had to like work some stuff out, and we also worked out a few levers. The levers were quite impossible to do because I was horrible at working out them lever strategies. I was absolutely horrible. I did work it out in the end, because basically if you do see that episode, yes, my lever strategy was really bad. So yeah, so I couldn't be able to work that out, and then finally I did work it out in the end. I pretty much like worked it out in about, I think I took about 10 minutes to work it out, and then after that, I think I paused it, and then I come back, and then pretty much I worked it out, and then we were all powered, and then we did it. So yeah, and then after that, the beacon shined up on this big map. There was a big map there as well, and then yeah, what was going on is we had to try and find him. I believe that Ivel was on that side, and I think we were like down here somewhere. So I think Ivel were there. and I think we were about here somewhere. So I think we're about there, and what we had to do is we had to try and track him out because the Witherstorm was actually still like it was like right behind us as well. It weren't even there because it was actually following us as well. So and then what happened after that is I can't exactly remember what the ending was. To episode 1. I'll have to go and I think I'll have to go and watch back and see, but I can't remember what the ending was. It was 27 minutes, by the way, so it was actually quite a good ending. I can't exactly remember what the ending was to it, but I think apart from that, I think it was something to do with like the Witherstorm or something. So that was like pretty much the ending, and then after the ending, it basically just ended completely. It just ended, and we technically just we didn't do anything. So that was pretty much the end, and then we just said goodbye for it there. So yeah. That was kind of the ending. So now let's go move on to the next one. It was really good, Order of the Stone. So I'm gonna give Order of the Stone. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. The reason why is because it wasn't one of the best chapters in the world. It wasn't that great. We just got started in it, and I think it was a really good one. So yeah, let's go now move on to episode number 2. Here we go, so episode 2 is called Assemble Required. So here we go then, guys. So the first episode of that one was called Ellegaard. So basically in this episode, basically I'm not going to go through all the story, by the way. I'm just going to go through some little bits of it. So in this episode, we had to go and meet Ellegaard, by the way, because basically what was going on is there was two. Technically there were 2 ways to go, by the way. It's because we were either going to meet the Redstone Engineer or we're going to meet the green guy with TNT. So we basically met Ellegaard in this episode, and at the start of this episode, it didn't go very well. I can't remember what happened in it. I know that the Witherstorm was still out there as well. So in this episode, we had to meet Ellegaard, and she was. To be honest with you, I didn't really like her at the start because she was a little bit mean. She was a little bit mean in it, and apparently I think she like set us up. I believe I think she like set up. I think all 3 of us. I think, including Ruben as well. And basically what was going on is I think she set us all up, and then I think she had to make us leave the town. I think she had to make them leave it because apparently another thing what happened in that episode as well. Oh, okay, Jax Gaming, you've just gone on an episode. Alright, is this even gonna work?
Have no.
Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. I actually clicked on an episode for some reason. But yeah, basically what was going on, by the way, is in the second episode called I Found It. Basically, in that episode, we pretty much like landed on Ellegaard's like basement at the moment. Like there was like a big thing that we landed on. And what we had to do in that episode is we had to work out something. So apparently there was like, I think it was like a redstone repeater missing, and also I think that old guy was basically that old guy. Apparently I think we had to ask him to have a redstone repeater, but apparently he didn't mind. And also another thing what happened in that episode is we met this little kid, and and apparently the most funniest thing I do love about this episode is basically we let the cows out. We had to leave the cows out so they got burned. And then that was technically the way how we found the redstone repeater, and it was actually quite hard to find it because we had to do like different old things to try and find it. And then after that we found we technically found it, and then it was powering out something. I don't know what it were. Also that lady that does the cows as well. Apparently her that I think with the slime, I believe. Basically we had to do that jump with her as well, so we had to do that as well. And then what was going on after that is we went up them stairs. I think there was like some trail stairs going up, and then that's when we met Ellegaard. And then that's when Ellegaard was like all the way up them stairs, and then that's when we actually first proper met her. And it was actually quite difficult. It was actually quite hard meeting her. She was a little bit mean, and then I think after that, I think she made us leave the town. I think she actually made us leave. Apparently I think we had a bit of an agreement in there, and apparently what was going on is she had to make us leave. And it was really, really hard. It was technically really hard to make us leave, and yes, it was very, very difficult. But apart from that, I think I did pretty much alright on it. Apparently, she I'm not sure if she did apologise. I don't know, but I can't exactly remember. But she was a little bit mean basically at the beginning, and then she started to get a little bit more nicer after that. So that's kind of like all the other ones. But yeah, she was pretty nice though, and I really liked her. So anyway, let's go move on to the next one. So the next one is called Loads of Googlies. So basically in this episode, I had to fight a whole load of Googlies. So I believe, I'm not sure if it was Elagard putting these down or it was me, I can't remember. But yeah, basically I had to fight a lot of these Googlies, so there was a lot of skeletons, creepers, zombies, you name it, all the temporary Googlies that you can all have in the game. So yeah, so I had to fight a lot of Googlies, and it was difficult. It was very, very difficult. I think I was on about half of my health, I believe, when I did this. I'm not sure whether I did, but there was like a hole in there because there was skeletons shooting at me as well, and it was really, really annoying. But I think I managed to get through it pretty well. And then pretty much after that, we pretty much battled them out. And then I believe this was the part when we actually seen where Ivor was. I think it was this part where we had to find where Ivor was. And basically after that, we fighting a lot of Googlies out, and then we just moved on. And then after that, we were just trying to find where Ivor was. So yeah, that was that one. And then the final one of this chapter was called Jesse and Gabriel versus Ivor. So what was going on in this part is basically right at the end of this, apparently Ivor trapped us with our mouse apparently. So what we did is I think it was just me and Gabriel. I think apparently me and Gabriel had to try and find where we were. And what was going on is it was in this place apparently. I can't remember if it was his book room. I can't remember. But yeah, we had to find him in there, and apparently that's when we actually found him. And he was doing some mysteries in there. And what was going on is I think I was right behind him at this part, and I basically just said jump. I went like that to him, and then basically we frightened him a little bit. And then what was going on is I think he set us like a mystery or something, and we had to try and like battle him out because basically he was the one that like did the Wither Storm. And then what was going on after that is we all came, pretty much all of us. So we had to go and see basically what was going on. And then what Ivor did to us after that, this is a little bit mean by the way, is Ivor made us go really, really slow. So Ivor was drinking I think a potion. I can't remember what it was, if it visibility or something. I know it was one of them. And then what was going on is we went really, really slowly. We went really, really slow, and we couldn't even like get our mouse out after that. It pretty much did it on all of us. So what was going on as well is Ivor went invisible as well. I forgot to mention earlier, and Ivor's voice went really fast and visible. So it was like running around the room as well. If you guys have not checked it out yet, it was basically just running around the room. It was going really lively or anything like that. And then yeah, what was going on is I think this was right at the end of the part. And then what was going on is we went through this room, and then I think it pretty much ended after that. I can't exactly remember if it did, I don't know. And then that's when we ended it. And then Ivor went off, and then we followed him through that little room. And then that's the end of episode 2 after that. And then we ended it. I'm not sure if Elagard came with us in the end. I'm not sure if Elagard came with us. I don't know, but I'm not sure. Basically, whether she did, I don't know, but I don't really know, so that is fine. So yeah, that is all of episode 2 I need to talk about. So now, let's go move on to episode 3 called... Oh, we're not moving, there we go. Next episode was called The Last Place You Look. So in this episode, this is when we met Soren. So this is the one. So the first one is called Digging Holes. So basically, what was going on is I had to dig a hole, because I think there was a big pit that I had to do, by the way, so I had to like dig the holes. And it was actually quite difficult to dig the hole in the end. It was actually quite difficult. Basically, I'm not sure if Ivor did this, I can't remember, but yeah. Basically, there was a big hole that happened, and I had to like dig it all out, and I think we had to jump down there. And then basically, this was the episode where we went in the end. I think we didn't. I don't think we went in the end straight away. I think we did a few things before that, and then I think we went in the end after that, because I think we had to get like fully repaired as well to basically like battle the Enderman, as you can see on the screen there. Well, we didn't even battle any Enderman anyway, because the most important thing we had to go and find is we had to go and find Soren, because apparently I think someone told us about Soren. I can't remember who it was, but apparently we had to go and meet Soren apparently for something, and Soren was a good guy. I did really like him in the end. He wasn't really that sort of guy I didn't really like, to be honest, but he was actually pretty much an okay guy. So let's go move on to the next one. So the next one is called Woolland. So in this episode, we had to go to a wool place. So this was after when we went in the end. So apparently this was the part when we met Soren. So this is like the beginning of the part when we met him. I actually don't think we actually... Oh, actually, no, we didn't... Oh no, we didn't meet him at this part. No, and I think that was the next one, I believe. So basically, this part we had to go into the end. We had to like follow some steps, and then that's where Soren was going because basically we were actually following him as well. So we were following him going all the way up, and we had to go all the way up. Gabriel was with us as well. Apparently, Gabriel was like a little bit tired as well because apparently what was going on is I think Gabriel was actually starting to die from the Wither Storm. So apparently we had to sort him out. And apparently what was going on after that is we made it to this place where there's loads of wool. Yes, we made it at a wool land, and it was very, very pretty. I really enjoyed it. Trees were made out of wool. The floor was made out of wool. Like, pretty much like everything was made out of wool, and it's absolutely beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful. Like, technically, I know that I couldn't say it myself, but like, it was absolutely amazing. Like, pretty much like all the texture that they've done in there is absolutely incredible. It was like absolutely brilliant. So we pretty much had a little bit of a wander about for a bit, and then yeah, it was actually pretty much okay. And then what I had to do after that, by the way, is I had to misstraight some levers again. Yes, I had to do a puzzle again. I had to do another puzzle. So basically, we had to try and open up this little corridor to see where Soren was at, and that bit was quite difficult. I think I spent about 15 minutes of doing that. It took me a while, and I pretty much did work it out in the end because apparently Lucas wasn't very happy in this part either. Because apparently Lucas wasn't very happy with us. I think we went over to him, and apparently he wasn't very happy with us. And apparently what was going on after that is he basically just wasn't very, very happy. I believe he just wasn't very, very happy with us at all. And yeah, we technically just don't really like him, so that was fine. Anyway, let's go move on then. The next one is called Dressing Up and Finding Soren. So I do love this part because in this part I dress up as an Enderman, and I'm really, really good about this part because I dress up as an Enderman. And then what was going on is basically I had to try and work out another puzzle. What Soren did, so I had to do another puzzle, and then what was going on is there was loads of Endermen as well. I tried to manage to avoid the Enderman as well. I did actually avoid the Enderman in the end, and then basically what was going on after that is I had to try and basically just like solve the mystery or anything like that. I had to try and like solve the mystery or something like that. It actually went on for quite a while though, and I had to solve that out, so that was fine. And the final one is called Exploding on the Wither Storm. So basically in this episode we had to try and battle the Wither Storm, but the Wither Storm wasn't ended because it was back in the next chapter, which I'll talk about in a minute. So basically in this episode we had to try and defeat it with one of them TNT exploding things. And it didn't even work because it came back to life after that. So it came back, and yes, we didn't destroy it after that. And basically it was back alive again. So yeah, so it was back alive again. And yeah, we didn't destroy it in the end. It was back alive. I think we did get it on the floor. And then what was going on is I think it came back alive when we started the next chapter. It pretty much came back alive, and as well, it got even bigger when it died, because basically when we killed it, when we saw it again, it got even bigger because there was more eyes as well. Basically, there was even more than big eyes sort of things as well. So it got a little bit bigger. So yes, so episode 3. It was a good chapter. I'm going to give that an 8, and episode 2, I'm going to give that an 8 as well. So both episode 3 and number 2 both deserve an 8 because they were very, very good chapters. Anyway, moving on to episode 4, A Block and a Hard Place. So this chapter's interesting because in this one, this is when the Wither Storm came back. So this is when he came back alive, and it was even a lot more bigger. You can tell by his googly eyes there. So yeah, so this is when he came back. So this one is called Petro is Back. So basically, Petro was missing for a while, and she basically came back to us because I have no idea where she went actually. Apparently, she basically came back in this episode because she went in episode 3. And then pretty much after that, Petro wasn't her usual self, basically. Apparently what was going on is Petro wasn't herself, because apparently she was in them eyes, and apparently she weren't talking very well. Apparently she weren't talking like very, very well or something like that. And apparently what we had to do is we had to try and get her back to life, and it did take a little bit of a while. Yeah, we had to try and get her like back to life, and it did take quite a while to do. But we pretty much like solved it in the end anyway. So That was fine. We pretty much like solved it in the end, and yeah, it was absolutely fine. Anyway, moving on to the next one. The next one's called Witch Hut. So in this episode, we found a witch hut. Basically, there was a witch hut where there was like loads of witches and stuff like that. And yeah, that was going fine. Since we're nearly on 30 minutes, I'm going to end it soon, by the way, because I've got another video to do. So next one was called Working Redstone Machine. Basically, what I'm going to do now, by the way, is since we have gone over 30 minutes, I'm just going to like read all the chapters out now, because I'm not going to go through it all, because otherwise I'm going to be going on for quite a while. So yeah, so I'm going to go through them all, and then I'll talk about a lot bit of it right at the end. So it's called Working Redstoner. I'm so bad at my puzzles. That's when I was really bad. Next one was called Soren was lying to us. That's when Soren was lying. And then after that, basically on the final episode, that's when Ruben died. So right at the end of this episode, this is when Ruben died. And I didn't really like it when Ruben died, because he was a really nice pig. Jesse wasn't very, very happy. And then yeah, that's when we had to do it again. And then episode 5. Episode 4, I'm going to give that an 8, by the way. So we've got Not This Again, that was the first one. The next one was called Four-Way Fight, so that was with Aiden. Next one was called We Are Home, Ivals. I don't even know what that says, Ivals something. And then after that one was called Meeting a Stupid Lawyer. So that's when we actually met that stupid lawyer at that place. Next one was called Skydiving Aiden's Death, I think that were called. And then after that one, we're free. So after that one, we were free from it, and then that's when we, yeah, that's when we when we did that. By the way, that's when yeah, that's when we did that episode. So episode 5 was a good chapter. It was an interesting chapter, because basically in this one we had to, yeah, we're in the air in this episode. Yeah, technically this one was an interesting one. It was actually pretty much fine, to be fair, though, because there weren't as many of us. But yeah, that one was pretty cool. So episode 5, I'm going to give that a 9, because that episode was very, very good. So that's going to have a 9. Next one, episode 6, A Portal to Mystery. So the first one was called Tip Arrows. So basically, in this episode, we went through the portal and managed to try and find some tip arrows, apparently, because I know that guy was there. Next one was called White Pumpkin. So basically, what was going on in this episode is basically we met all the YouTubers. So we met Stacey Plays, Stampy, Dan TDM, LD Shadow Lady. I think there was also a few as well. Yeah, there was also a few others as well. And yeah, in this episode, there was a white pumpkin on the loose, and apparently, yes, it was Cassie Rose. Yeah, so she was the evil white pumpkin girl. She was the white pumpkin one, by the way. So yeah, so we've got White Pumpkin, fostering all deadly traps, trying to survive, and great ending. So that was that one, and that one's going to have a 9 out of 10. 2 more to go. Episode 7, Excessive Desire. So we've got Redstone Eye Heads, Green Face, I'm a Skeleton, Destroying Palmer. 1 more to go. So episode 7 was a good chapter. It was actually not a bad one. I didn't really like the start of this one though, because at the start of this one it was a little bit weird, because when we went into it, apparently there was all them guys like basically they had like redstone things on them. And I didn't really like the start of this one. This one wasn't too bad. Yeah, this one wasn't too bad. And then the final part after this one wasn't very good. We managed to destroy the green face as well. We managed to save the real Palmer, not the computer Palmer. I mean Harper. And then yeah, we managed to save Harper, and then that was it basically. And then we managed to save Harper, and then after that, we pretty much did it, to be fair. We pretty much did it, and then that was the end of it. So that was fine. And then the final one is episode 8, A Journeys to End. And then this is where it gets very, very sad, because this is when we end the game. Yes, this is when we end the game. So yep. So we've got final chapter, Hungry Face Mate, Tournament Games, Finding My Old Friends. So basically, I pretty much only did 4. Oh no, I didn't do 4. How many episodes did I do? I think I did it. I did 6 in that episode. Yeah, there was actually 6, by the way, because I know they're all spread out. So. Yep. So in this episode, basically that Aiden was back. Do you know that Hadrian guy? He was actually back in this episode. So I believe he was in one of the previous ones. And apparently, what was going on is, yeah, basically Adrian was setting a thing for us, because we had to do tournament games. I really enjoyed this episode. I got to say that this episode was actually one of my favourite ones at the moment. And the reason why is because I met a girl there called It was Emma and her with the curly hair, so it was actually quite her with that. And then basically, right at the end of this one, we had to this is when it ended. Basically, this is when we finally got home. Apparently, that guy in green, apparently he basically gave us the Atlas book as well. And then what was going on after that is we had to try and basically just get great ending from her. We defeated Hadrian as well. We defeated his truth. And then basically what was going on after that is we pretty much defeated him in the end. We pretty much defeated him, and then yeah, we got home in the end. Went through the portal. That was the end. And then the most and funniest part I like about the end of this episode is Hadrian was trapped with a whole load of little zombies, and big zombies. And yes, this is the most funniest part I really like, because he was actually trapped as well. He was trapped and he never escaped. It was absolutely hilarious, you guys. But yeah, so that was my Minecraft Stormy review. So the final thing is it good or not? I think it's very, very good. I think it's a good game. You guys should play it. The not reason I don't like about it is it was a bit difficult at the start, but overall it was really, really good. So episode 8 deserves a 10 out of 10. I got to say episode 8 was the best one I love. So yeah then guys, so that was my Minecraft Story Mode review. Yep, this video has been on for a really, really, really long time. I do apologise, because I have been rambling on for quite a while. So, yep, so like I said from before, one more video next week. It'll be a little bit of an advert. And then after that one, I'm going to be leaving Minecraft Story Mode for a little bit. And then I'll be coming back and I'll be starting my brand new season. So that's what's going to be happening. So yeah, hopefully you guys have really enjoyed this review. Plenty more of these gaming reviews I'll be doing very, very soon as well. Hopefully you guys pretty much really enjoyed the entire series of Minecraft Story Mode. If you guys want to watch all the chapters, I'll leave them all in the description. But it's been an absolutely brilliant game, and I can't wait to start another season and then start season 2. It should be absolutely brilliant. Hope you guys enjoyed it though, this game review. So plenty more of these game reviews very, very soon. So thanks for watching this one, and also more good on that one. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you all later. Bye!